If you're neurodivergent like myself, you might have always struggled with food. Food is something that I've struggled with my entire adult life, as well as in childhood. I was a picky eater, and now I have to constantly think of, okay, I gotta go grocery shopping. All these different executive functioning issues I have, being both ADHD and autistic, has been tough. And not only that, I've been dealing with a lot of dietary restrictions in the last year, like things like going dairy-free, gluten-free, caffeine-free. I've really just limited what I can even buy. So for me, using amazing tools like Notion to help me organize what I'm planning to eat has been game changing. This past September, I went to the Notion conference in San Francisco as a Notion ambassador, and I learned so much about Notion AI. In fact, you should check out my replay of my Notion AI workshop. But one of the things I talked about in that workshop was this concept of using Notion AI to plan your meals. And it blew people away. And I thought I would dedicate an entire video just to this concept. I haven't seen anyone else talking about this. To me, this is one of the best ways to use Notion AI, and it's what I wish Notion had done from the start. But thankfully, it's available now. I'm using Notion and my list of all the products and groceries I have in stock to create recipes and have them put on my schedule and put into Notion calendar for me automatically. This is a game changer for ADHDers and entrepreneurs who are busy and don't have time to plan their meals like myself. So I wanted to show you step by step how I do this, and it's so cool. And it honestly literally changed my life. So if you are ready to go, let's get started. I wanted to mention two things. Number one, if you want to learn Notion, head up to my website, and you can learn more about Notion Foundations on notionfoundations.com, which is my course, which also includes my template that I'll be showing you here today. I also have that available separately for purchase. It's my life tracker template. I've been using this for about 3 or 4 years, and a lot of people have loved this template. So if you want to get a head start without having to set all this up for yourself, you can just go and buy the template and you can have this set up for you. It is already laid out and everything that you need for this specific use case. But today I'm going to be showing you how to take photos of groceries and add them to your cart without having to do any work, how to add them to your Notion AI to help you plan meals, and so much more. All right, so we're inside of my life and business tracker, and I am using Notion AI, which you do have to pay for. I will mention that. So this is something that is part of the paid plan. Just wanted to mention before I start. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the grocery list. So this is something that is already made for you inside of my template, but you can also obviously create a database yourself. What's going to happen right now is because we're inside of this page now, I'm going to open Notion AI, and it's going to ask me what my quest is for today. Now, I just went grocery shopping, so I actually took a photo of all the items that I recently bought. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click attach photo. So I just downloaded it. So this is the image that I took, and it is about 6 items that I got at Trader Joe's. So I'm going to use the Willow Voice app to talk to Notion. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it exactly what I want it to do, and then I will make some changes. So watch this. I would like you to add these items from Trader Joe's to my grocery and supplements database. I want you to tag the store as Trader Joe's. I want you to add the status as in stock, and I want you to put the last purchase date as today. So that's all you have to do, and you will see that it will automatically add that. If you'd like to add more, you could say also decide categories for each. Now, because I've added that, I'm already inside of this pantry database. All you do is click here, and that's all you have to do. So you will see it has uploaded the photo. It does take a few, maybe about a minute or two to do this, but you can see that it knows what the relations are. It can see that it's tagging stores. It's also adding the statuses. You can see here. This is actually moving a little bit faster than before, but you can see setting up the store page. Isn't that amazing? It is adding them. You can see the Trader Joe's by cider. Oh, there we go. Sorry, it took a second to load. Now, in this situation, what happened was it added a new store, even though I already had a Trader Joe's. So you have to make sure that the spelling is correct. So right now you see how there's 2 Trader Joe's. So sometimes it might not get it exactly right. So I could actually just go in and type in Trader Joe's. And maybe I should change the Trader Joe's so it's the right spelling. So I'm just going to go with that. And then I'm just going to delete that as an actual trash. So now all I have is here. And then what I'm going to do in the future so that doesn't happen again is make sure that Trader Joe's is spelled correctly. So that is it. So now you can see it even added the condiment, and you can also add other things, expiration date, etc. You can change the icons, whatever you want. But so now when you go to last purchased, you will see it right here. So it's very, very, very helpful. You could also do this with receipts. So you could upload a photo of a receipt and do it the exact same way. It's very helpful to you to know how often you're buying things. It is helpful if you ever wanted to add it to your grocery list again, and you can kind of do it that way. So that's the easiest way that you can add something. You can also add it manually, but I find that this is much, much faster, and it's very, very helpful. And once they go in stock, out of stock, you can obviously change it to grocery list, and then it shows up here as something to buy. You can also add things like the cost, where it's located, that sort of thing. So that is basically how you would set that up. The next step I want to show you guys is how to actually plan meals using what is in stock in your so we're going to go back to, this is now called Meal Planner. So let's open up the meals and recipes. Now, right now we have a list of a ton of different recipes. You can open them and just kind of take a look at what they are. But what I recommend doing for this is actually using it as a meal planner. So right here, you can see that we have 2 weeks full of meals that we have set up. But let's show you guys how we can plan the next 2 weeks of meals using things that you have in your refrigerator and your pantry. So now we're going to go to Notion AI and we're going to ask, and again, I'm going to talk to it using the Willow voice app. Hi, I would like you to make 2 weeks worth of meals for me for using only ingredients that you find in my pantry. I want there to be 3 meals a day. I want there to be breakfast, lunch, dinner. Breakfast is at 8 a.m., lunch is at noon, and dinner is at 5 p.m. I want you to focus on no dairy, and I want you to use all the things that are in stock. So you can see here, and I want it to specifically find ones in a specific folder. So I'm going to go here and type in pantry. So this way it knows exactly which database to look in. So I'm going to also say the next 2 weeks just so it knows. And it says I want there to be 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast is at 8, lunch is at noon, dinner is at 5. I want you to focus on no dairy, and I want you to use all the things that are in stock in my database, right? So that's a really, really easy prompt. And what's going to happen is it's going to do that. So let's actually show it on here. So we're going to click enter. Now it's going to come up with new ideas. Actually, let me go back. New ideas, welcome. Because right now we have a list of meals that are already inside, but it's able to plan new ideas that using the stuff that you have in stock, which is so cool. So it searched all of the ingredients, and now it's viewing the databases and it's noodling. And as you can see, it's truly creating brand new recipes. Isn't this insane? I cannot believe that Notion can do this. It is so cool. So it's a great way to come up with ideas for meals using what you currently have in stock, using AI. And then what the next step will be is I can show you how I show this actually on my Notion calendar as well. So you can actually have it throughout your day, not just in Notion, but in your calendar. So you can see what you're actually planning for meals. Let's just open one of them. It looks like it's almost done. So you can see that it used only items marked as in stock, avoided dairy. It kept meals simple and repeatable, lean on chicken, tortillas. You can swap anything out. So if we open this, you can see it also links all the ingredients, which is so amazing. It'll tell you what you need. It's just so cool. So you could also ask it for instructions. So I say, can you, inside of the database, put the instructions. So if we open this up, we could say we have whether it's a recipe link, equipment, ease of making, so temperature. What else we got? Directions, we've got equipment. Let's see what happens here. I've actually never done this, so we'll see what goes on. Okay, so it says, before I run, quick check on all the standards. Smoothies, equipment equals blender, minutes equals 5, no temperature. So basically it's just asking this. I'll say yes. You can literally see it working, which is crazy. Okay, so let's go in here. You can see now it has blender, it has the minutes, it also has directions. That's insane. This is crazy, you guys. Super awesome. And what you can always tell it is if you don't like a specific thing, you can always change it. But right now it's truly going in and giving you instructions. So you don't have to look up recipe books. You don't have to even look up recipes online. It's really, really helpful. So it asks you if you want to make tag ease of use, quick nutrition estimates. So you could add like calories, that sort of thing. If you want to do some calorie tracking. Guys, this is insanity. It's so helpful. All right, so the very last step that you want to do is you want to link this into your Notion calendar. So let me show you guys that on mine, and I'll show you it from a couple weeks ago just because I don't want current stuff showing. But let's head over into Notion calendar. Okay, so now I'm in Notion calendar, and what I'm going to do is here, you can actually see that I have different ones that I've set up. So all you have to do is you click plus. So I'm going to add the database that's called, so I'm going to add it here. So this is the one that you're going to use for all, let's just do calendar. So it is going to add these in, I believe, hopefully. Yep, there we go. I'm going to change the color to be, let's see, orange. So I always like to have them be orange. So you will see now that I have all of my meals pop in. And it even has like the status, equipment, directions. So easy. So cool. So a lot of you guys didn't know that you could do that. So, and if you ever wanted to turn it off, you would just go like that and then you turn it off. So that's a great, great, great way to use it, is to put it inside of Notion Calendar. And it's just so, so simple. So now I don't even use Google or Apple Calendar. I just use Notion Calendar so I can see what's on my meal plan this week. And it's so helpful. Anyways, I hope that this was helpful. If you're someone who struggles to plan meals, this is definitely a must do, and it's super easy, super simple. I hope you check out my Notion template as well so that you can have this set up, and all you have to do is talk to Notion AI. I do believe it is about $20 a month, which I think is worth it. I mean, imagine the amount of time you'll save planning meals. So hope you guys enjoy this, and make sure to follow me on Substack and check me out on all of my links below.